Good afternoon. It's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mail Day. This is your host, Mike C. Recovering. And of course, star of the show, as always, it's Bucky. Bucky at the Combine. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi at the Combine. Yes, Bucky's in Indianapolis. Well, he's here now, but after this is over, he'll be on his way to Indianapolis for the Combine. It officially starts as the players do the running and the exercises and the trials and stuff Thursday. But the interviews are going to be going on, and that's just as important, I think, if not more, than the actual, 40 times and all the other drills that they have to do. A player can really improve or hurt his stock with the interviews. And I don't know what the schedule is. One thing I found extremely important, very curious, very odd. And I don't know if it's the only team, but the LA Rams are not sending a representative to the Combine. I don't understand that at all, but I just learned that yesterday. But they don't have a representative there, so that's their option, I guess. But the Lions will be represented as long as all the other teams, of course. And yeah, it'll be exciting. That's the most exciting thing to watch after a while. It's different this year. Usually it starts either on a Tuesday, runs through Thursday, but this year starts on a Thursday. And the other curious thing, it starts at night. It's always been in the morning or early afternoon, but it's going to start at night. You have to do a little finagling with the wife because I want to watch it, but I have to watch it downstairs, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But it's weird because it's not in the afternoon and it's not on Tuesday. Nighttime doesn't seem right, but that's okay. But it's always fun. It gets a little monotonous at the end. But I think if I remember right, the lineup is the defense goes first this time. I'm going to assume it's the probably linebackers, defensive tackles, and then defensive ends and cornerbacks and safeties, something like that. I won't swear that. I didn't check, to be honest with you. And then the offense, I think the last group of the offense is like the offensive linemen. And it's just totally opposite of that because last year they always ended up with the like the defensive backs were the very last ones. So I don't know why they changed it up. Maybe just the fact to change it up. But most important thing about it is it signals the officially start of draft season. Although I've been, Bucky and I have been watching mocks for months, and I have no other notes on my other teams. Nothing on the Reds. Spring training has started. The Hawks continue to flounder. Some players are asking to be traded. I think the trade deadline's coming up, if I remember. This is all about the Combine. Free agency starts, I think, in 2 weeks. And free agency is the most misnamed term in football because there ain't nothing free about it, I'll tell you that. The Lions are going to be kind of active. They're not going to be super active. Wait till the season starts so they can make trades. They might make a couple trades. They're not going to be heavy into it. They're more of signing their own players, always have been, especially under Brad Holmes. Their team is set as far as coaches, so that's good. And from what I've heard and read, there's not going to be too much of a change. There's going to be some, of course, but nothing too drastic, so that's good. The most important free agents that the Lions have right now is Davis, the cornerback. You're going to try and sign him. Otherwise, there's players out there they can trade for, sign in free agency. Carlton Davis, and some of the defensive players, defensive tackle. We'll see what happens. They're usually not huge into the market. They have made some splashes back in the day, but generally, and especially this regime, does not do that. Usually, like I said, sign their own players first, and then we'll see what happens. Bucky, what do you have in front of you? Well, Bucky's got his scouting combine card in front of him. Now it says 2022. I didn't make a new one, but I might get one today. Just because 2022 is kind of like but we'll see. I got a little stand here which fills in very nicely. I'm gonna see if I can keep this one. I have another one that's actually higher, but we'll see what we can do about that. So like I said, I'll watch both or 4 days. The big event is the 40-yard dash. But the other drills I think are just as important, if not more important. The speed drills, the agility drills, and so the interviews are just as, if not more important. But a lot of news. Free agency, I'm not, trades. I really don't think they're going to trade for Myles Garrett. It just doesn't seem in the cards. Too much of a cost, 2 first rounders plus. And the Browns have said he's not in the market to trade, so it's going to take a lot even if they decide not to do it. I watched a lot of mocks, of course, done a lot of mocks. Bucky and I have done a lot of mocks, and most times we don't trade down, but sometimes we have. We haven't traded up. I don't think I've done that once, Bucky. Maybe we have. I can't remember now. But I must always go with a defensive tackle or an edge rusher because that's the biggest need. You're not supposed to draft for need, but I don't necessarily agree with that. But there's a lot of good defensive ends to pick from and defensive tackles. I think 1 and 2 should be either a combination of that. It matters. But I like to see a defensive tackle and a defensive end selected, an offensive guard and or tackle. A linebacker would be nice. Wide receiver, cornerback is important too. Linebacker, quarterback, no. Those players can be filled in, and you can still sign players. In free agency lasts, throughout the year basically. So we'll see what happens, but it's a very exciting time. You can feel the tension, and after this, like I said, the most important thing is that the draft magazine is only a few weeks away, and so that'll be exciting. Want to report that had a little illness over the weekend. We went to an estate sale, a place we had gone before, and a really cute little doggy, but the place stunk, and my eyes were burning. I couldn't figure what the hell was wrong. I asked Carla, and she said it's ammonia because they have a cat and the urine smell. And my eyes were literally burning by the time we got out of there. We went to a hobby store after that, and we went grocery shopping first. By the time I got home, I was sick, and I was sick all night. And then the next day, I was sick. I almost had to go to the hospital. Not quite. There was a couple of times where I was very close. My chest felt like it was being compressed, and my stomach was just really upset. I threw up twice. Hate to report that, but and other things, we won't get into that. But I slept a lot of the day. I must have slept like 3 different times. Woke up the next morning. I was fine. I was very dehydrated both days because you get sick and then you get worn out, and lost a few pounds. I would not recommend that. Don't do that, guys. But then by Sunday I was perfectly fine, and today I'm perfectly fine. So I don't ammonia poisoning, or I don't say poison, but ammonia tainted, I guess. I don't know what the right word is. So I think I can really come up with. It wasn't something I ate. It just really affected me. So, yeah, a really cute dog, but I'll never go to that place again. Just, no. So that was unfortunate, but I'm okay now. And we're back in the saddle, as Bucky says. And I forgot to check how many views our last video did. I will post that at the end of this video. But I think it was, I want to say 9, but I don't know if it might have got up to double digits, which is fine. But yeah, so next week I will post what highlights and observations of the combine, and we'll see what happens. But that's about it, guys. Very nice outside. It's like 50 something. It's gonna be about the same tomorrow. Almost all the snow is gone. Just a little couple of patches. Oh, we got these chips. I can't remember where we got them from, but they were horrible, absolutely horrible. They're blue chips. So I threw them out onto the yard, and these birds, must have been 8 of them. I'm not sure what kind of birds they are, but they all came. There was a squirrel that came out, and they were chomping on them. And then all of a sudden, this beautiful, beautiful blue jay came and just landed for maybe a couple seconds. It was just probably the prettiest blue jay I've ever seen, and it was very fleeting. But oh man, it was pretty. And so that was the highlight. I threw some pizza out there later. The squirrels got that. I don't think birds will eat pizza very much, but yeah, I wanted to let everybody know the blue jay was spectacular. So on that note, Bucky, we're gonna call it a day, and we're gonna get this posted. And so for Mike Cena, of course, Star Show, as always, it's Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye, and he's heading off to the combine. So I won't see him for a few days, but he'll report when he gets back, and it'll be fun. So take care, stay safe, and be kind to others. All right, bye.